Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly energy reading for the week of October 23rd, 2025. As we get started, I want to remind everyone this is for entertainment purposes only. And please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for my new subscribers and for all my subscribers. I absolutely appreciate that you're here. For this week, we are going to pull cards from the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jayne Wallace. I am then going to pull a clarifying card from the Starry Beginnings from Cassi White. And then we're going to do our 3-card pick. This is a newer deck for me. This is the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. Getting into a bit of the starseed, readings and that. But anyway, before we even get any further into that, let's concentrate on what we're doing right now, which is I am shuffling the Moon and Stars Tarot deck. And this is for our weekly energy reading for the week of October 23rd, 2025. Not only that, but please like, share, and subscribe. And again, for entertainment purposes only. But okay, let's just concentrate on our weekly energy. Let's see what we get. As you know, I pull 3 cards. I then pull a clarifying card. And I read from the book because I think it's nice to see what the author has to say. Okay, the people that created the cards, I actually got, oh, you know what? I had 3 cards fall. I thought it was only 2. I had 3. We are going to use these 3 cards that fell out in a group, and I will show you those in a moment. Let me pull a clarifying card, and then we will really get, do a little bit of a deep dive onto the weekly energy here. I love it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move these cards around. We're going to get right into it. Show you what I got. First card I got, the Moon. And this actually says misinterpretation on it. So the Moon, the 2 of Pentacles, which is balance, and then Strength, which is bravery. So we'll do a deep dive on those. And then I got from the Starry Beginnings, I got number 34, which is a 7, which is very spiritual. And the card says, let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. So there we go. The first card we're going to look at, though, is this Moon card. Let's see what we have to say about the Moon card. I love this. All of the stages of the moon are seen here, signifying the impact on our energies. The full moon may make us feel excited and filled with energy, whereas the new moon will find us in deep thought and contemplation. This card depicts the need to free the mind and think rationally as mental stress builds within our daily lives, as well as our own anxieties and fears. The symbol of Pisces can be seen on the moon, connecting it to dreams and idealistic beliefs. Pay attention to your own energy, as things may become too overwhelming. Try to free your mind from overthinking. You may feel in a trance, and take time out to be still, breathe, and reevaluate your situation before making any judgment. Make time to understand who you really are and come to terms with your deeper emotions. What are the triggers? Take deep breaths and lean into your feelings. This card may also show you that someone is deceiving you or taking you down the wrong path, at work or within a relationship. Release yourself from emotional stress, fears, and anxieties. Very, very, very deep and very interesting card, which I'm glad I'm reading because, I know we're going to look at this intuitively, but it's just very interesting, like I say, when these people create these cards, what they write about them. This is the 2 of Pentacles. This says balance. This 2 is about balancing and the need to keep priorities in check. There is a financial situation on the cards, whether you are choosing between 2 jobs, moving, or staying in your living situation, or studying, monitoring finances now. Spend time wisely and look at the bigger picture. This is also a busy period, and you can expect an outlay of money soon. This card can also predict multitasking on the job and feeling overwhelmed, as well as finances flowing in and going straight out again. The star message of this card is manage your finances well and educate yourself on every possible outcome. Very much in tune with that Moon card, right? We're stressed and anxious, but you know what? We need to just step back and take time for ourselves to clarify who we are, and where we want to be and what we represent. The next card here is Strength. I think that's a nice outcome card for us, by the way, especially with these first two cards. And this says bravery. A man holds a lion's head high, signifying the control of power within his hands. He is fearless, with strong faith that he will not be attacked and an ability to be confident and direct when there are many ingredients for chaos around him. The correlation of Leo symbolizes clarity, while the lion represents loyalty and the man determination. Be rational and make time to master your inner emotions. Now you need to be harmonious within yourself to understand situations that are in your best interests. Be brave and stand up for what you believe in, as you are well supported and loved by those around you. An act of bravery or moral high ground is on the cards. It is time to delve into what you really think and feel if you haven't already. Devote yourself to self-improvement as well as developing your current situation. You can never know too much. An additional interpretation of this card is good health and physical strength. The star message: hold your position and do what is right. Reflect and wait before taking action. Right? Right? I mean, it's almost like, do I need to say more? But okay, let's look at 34, which is our Starry Beginnings card here. And I love this because it says, let love be your guide. This is all becoming so clear. Live a life from love, guided by love. You've lived many lives, many experiences, as have others. You have nothing to prove. You have been successful, unsuccessful, healthy, unhealthy, rich, poor, educated, uneducated. Lived a full life, lived a short life, and something in between. Been the tormentor and the tormented. Now it is time to live a life from love, guided by love. Love who you are, where you've been, and where you are going. Be love. This is such a strong message this week. And I, the other day, just thought to myself, I'm just going to move forward in love, with love, in unconditional love. As best I can. I'm not perfect. I get it. Doing nice things for people, being kind, not being crazy with it, okay? But doing what I feel called to do from the sense of love. And when we get this moon card, which is like maybe anxiety, not really like things being misrepresented, us maybe even misrepresenting ourselves, right? And then we get this Two of Pentacles, bringing in that balance of who we are, looking at our emotions, looking at, our emotions will trigger what our belief systems are. If we don't believe in something, or we don't believe something, let's put it that way, not believe in, but if we don't believe something, we don't have any emotions about it. And I give you an example, which I've heard many times, and I don't remember where I've heard it, or I would give credit to it. But if somebody were walking down the street and they said to you, hey, by the way, I'm never going to call you again, and you don't know who that person is, you're like, okay, great. Don't call me. You never have to call me again. You've never called me. This is fine. But if you know somebody, or you know something about the person, for instance, if my mother were to say to me, I'm never going to call you again, that would bring a wave of emotions over me, because I have a belief system around my mother. I believe, she's my mother. I love her, whatever. So when we don't have a belief system in place on something, we have no emotions about it. But when we do have an emotional reaction, that is basically our higher self telling us, you have a belief system about this. So is it a good belief system? Can it be changed? Is it something that you want to tweak? So I just love these cards, because it's like finding that balance in everything that's going on right now, especially finding that balance of who we are, and then coming out of it with this bravery card. Love this. Being brave, being true to ourselves, right? Who are we? Who are we in who, our strength, our courage, letting that come to the surface to allow us to really let our light shine. And I'm going to give you a quick example. This past weekend, I was actually at an event, and a woman, made a comment, and I said, you know what? I don't agree with that. I didn't say she was wrong. I just said, I don't agree with that. She made a comment to me that this just was kind of mean. It wasn't mean about me. It was mean about a situation. And I'm like, you know what? I don't agree with that. I think we can do better. And I think we can be nice to people. And you could feel the tension between us. But a few minutes later, we said, you know what? We agree to disagree on this particular subject, but we still are friends, and we still want to remain friends. And you know what I mean? We still have so many things that we do agree on, and that we, you know, don't want to like not ever talk to each other again. Because here we are at this event, and it's something we both love to do, and we may not agree on see eye to eye on everything, but you know what? We agreed to disagree, and we actually both addressed that. So I was happy because I expressed my feelings instead of being quiet, right? I had a little strength come through, some bravery, and I just said, you know what? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with treating somebody like that. She said, you know, she brought up a couple other things, like one or two other things. I answered them truthfully, nicely, respectfully, how I felt. But then she kept going, and I did say, I think, you know, we don't agree on this issue, and I think we just have to agree to disagree. Again, a moment of silence, and then we decided that, yes, we can still be together, be friendly, have fun in the areas where we can, you know, where we see eye to eye, and that's that. But I felt proud of myself that I showed some bravery, that I wasn't a shrinking violet, that I didn't just not say anything. Sometimes it's the best thing to do, right? Nothing is often a good thing to say, and it's almost always a good thing to do, right? But sometimes you have to say, no, I don't agree. And then I love this outcome card because it says, it's a clarifying card. Let love be your guide. Live a life from love, guided by love. When sometimes I don't know what to do in a situation or with people or what they need or what I can offer. And I always just go back to love, unconditional love, just love, being kind, just approaching the situation with love. I have to tell you, sometimes I approach it with love and I don't do anything. I just stand there and hold space, or I sit there and hold space, or I send a prayer. But always going back to saying, you know what, I'm going to go back to love and let that love intention move me forward in however I need to be moved forward, if I can help them. Again, doing something like getting food or, you know, whatever, or just sending a prayer. But when I get scared and I get like worried, I try to always say, you know, just act from a position of love. And then we go from there. So far, I haven't had any issues. I don't think I ever will, because love is love, right? It is, you can't get any better than that love vibration, that higher unconditional love vibration. So very, very important reading. I'm glad I read the cards. I'm glad I read what the cards mean, because I would have probably not picked up on some of the stuff. And it just is such an important message, I think, and it's an important message that we need right now. That being said, it's time for our 3-card pick. This is the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. And let me say, this is the deck of cards that I will be, oh, look at how pretty. This is the deck of cards. It is a big deck. So I'm going to be shuffling here for just a moment. And I will pull 3 cards. And now it's time for you to just sit back and think, do you have anything that you need some guidance on? A message from your spirit guides, you know, a message from the universe. So let me just do a couple of shuffles, because again, this is a big deck. I'll pull 3 cards and we'll go from there. All right. I'm hearing one more shuffle. I know, right? Ooh, I just got the chills too. All right. So here's the 3 cards. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates with you. 1, 2, or 3. If you picked card 1, you got Star Children. And it says no veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration, and light. I love it. No veils, right? If you're a star child, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration, and light. Star Children. If you picked card 2, this card goes the other way. It says healing. It's a 6, which is like family, you know, that cozy family home with, you know, the fire crackling. But it says gentleness of love, realignment, and transformation. If you picked card 2, it might be time for some healing, some transformation, some gentleness of love and realignment. But it might not be. Only you know, right? So that's card 2. And card 3 key to your freedom. So number 1, it says healed inner child, create inner safety, and self-kindness. I love this because it's like, you know what? It might be time for you to create that inner safety, that courage, that strength, and know that you have that. And it's a number 1 card. So to me, that's like coming out like an initial strength, a new beginning, healing that inner child. You might need to do some inner child work. But there you go, my friends. All right. As you know, on Mondays, I do my 3-card pick a card shorts. On Tuesdays are my Super Duper Girl shorts. Wednesdays are my tarot astrology cards that I pull for the week, for the energy for the week for each astrological sign. Thursdays, here we are my healing, weekly energy readings. And tomorrow, tune in for my weekend energy reading and a 3-card pick. All right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I love you. And with that, namaste.